Hey everybody, what's up? So today we're going to take a look at the new TP-Link Archer AX21 Wi-Fi 6 router. The performance is pretty impressive, so stay tuned to the video and I'll show you. Big thanks to TP-Link for sending me this router to review. They make awesome routers with great range and speeds. This is the new Archer AX21, which speeds up to 1.8 gigabits per second. It has a quad-core CPU for lower latency and WPA3 for improved Wi-Fi security. So stay tuned to the video and I'll show you how it performs. Here's a more detailed rundown of the specs for those of you who are interested. At the time of filming this video, it's going for around $89 on Amazon. I'll also leave a link to it in the description below if you want to check it out. Here are some key features on the back. I'll also show you how to set it up step by step. This router also comes with a 2-year warranty and 24/7 tech support. Now let's unbox it and see what's inside. Got some troubleshooting info and your default Wi-Fi name and password. This is the power adapter. It's pretty small, not bulky at all. Here we got the Cat5e Ethernet cable. You also get a quick start installation guide, but no need for that since I'll guide you through the entire setup process. Here's the router. Let's unwrap it and check it out further. I really like the design on top. It's pretty much all vents for improved airflow. Let's get this next plastic piece off. On the front, you have 6 indicator lights. The unit itself is pretty lightweight and thin. It has a very nice side profile. The two-tone finish on the top looks very good as well. On the back, you have 4 adjustable antennas that are pretty easy to maneuver. So we're gonna put this thing to the test and see if it's the best budget Wi-Fi 6 router. Here we have the WPS button, pinhole reset, LED controller for the lights on the front, a USB 2.0 port, gigabit WAN port, and 4 gigabit LAN ports. Right here you have the power button to turn it on and off, and lastly the power port. On the bottom you also have that nice vent design for improved airflow. This thing is pretty much all vents, top and bottom. You can also mount it on a wall and it has some grips to help keep it in place on a desk. Here's a better look at the overall design. Leave your comments down below and let me know what you think of it. Stay tuned and I'll run some speed and range tests and show you how it performs so we can see if it's worth $89. Now it's time to run some speed tests. I'll also go outside and do some range and speed tests to see how it performs, so stay tuned for that. In case you're wondering, my internet connection speed is 200 by 10. For this first test, I'm upstairs in my office and the router is right next to me. So let's tap go and see what speeds we get. Pretty good speeds. Now let's go outside and do the same thing. Alright, so now I'm in my backyard and I still have 3 full bars of Wi-Fi, which is very impressive. I'll do a speed test at the end of the fence and another halfway to the fence. But before we do that, let's run a speed test right here and see what we get. So let's tap go. There we go, that's pretty impressive speeds for the distance. Now let's make our way down to the fence. Let's walk halfway to the fence and do this next test. We still have 3 full bars of Wi-Fi. Tap go and see what speeds we get. Wow, for $89, this thing is pretty impressive. Very good speeds from this far away. Now let's go to the end of the fence. Tap go and see what speeds we get from this distance. Alright, so still pretty good. At least we're still connected. We have 2 Wi-Fi bars. Now it's time for the setup process. Here's the router. We'll need to connect it to our modem down there. This is the Ethernet cable. You want to plug one end into the Ethernet port on the modem and the other end into the blue Ethernet port on the back of the router. So let's connect it right here. Before you do this next step, unplug the power cord from your modem and plug it back in. Now we'll connect the Ethernet cable to the blue Ethernet port on the back and plug the power cable into the router. After that, make sure the power button right here is pushed in so the router will power on. You should see some lights on the front to know that it has power. Now let's move on to the next steps. First, go to your app store and download the TP-Link Tether app. Let's open it up. Tap OK. Then tap right here. Tap agree. And you want to create a TP-Link ID right here. So sign up with your email and password. Once you're logged in, you should see this screen. Let's go to our Wi-Fi settings and we want to connect to the TP-Link network that the router is broadcasting. So there they are. I'll go ahead and connect to the TP-Link network with the 5G at the end. Type in the password that's on this sheet and click join. Give it a second. There we go, we're connected. Let's go back to the Tether app. Give it a second. After that, your router should show up here as Archer AX21. Go ahead and tap on it. Right here, you want to create a password for your router. This is not for the Wi-Fi. This is just so you can log in and configure the router. So go ahead and put in a password that's different from your Wi-Fi password and tap create. Give it a second. Right here, you want to tap next. Tap next. Here is where you create your Wi-Fi name and password. I'll name mine Lamar MK. For the password, I'll make it subscribe. Click next. For your 5G network, you'll have a 5G at the end of your Wi-Fi name. Go ahead and tap next. Tap apply. And just give it a minute to set up the network. Right here, you want to tap connect under the 5G network. Tap join. And give it another minute. Congrats, your router is now fully set up. Your router should now look like this with 4 green lights on the front. Tap finish. Next up, we'll update the router. On this next pop-up, go ahead and tap bind now to link it to your TP-Link ID so you can remotely manage the router. So you can just log in and do that. You can go to tools to enable more features like parental controls and more. To update the router, let's go to System and tap Firmware Update. Tap Update at the bottom. Tap Update. And just give it a few minutes to update. There we go, updated successfully. So overall, for $89, it's a great budget Wi-Fi 6 router that's worth checking out. The improved vent design for airflow should really help out with heat. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Comment down below and let me know what you think. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at LamarMK. As always, thanks for watching, stay safe, and peace out.